The nostalgia hit of seeing your favorite childhood anime be brought back to life can come with some mixed feelings. Who are the animators? How much of the source material will they adapt? Will it be better or worse than the original? These are just a few of the many questions we had in our heads, but in the case of the 2001 version of Shaman King, it wasn't too difficult to improve, considering the drastic changes from the manga, rushed story, many skipped over details, and an overall cliche and anticlimactic ending. Luckily, the 2021 version of Shaman King exceeded all expectations through the majority manga adaptation and beautiful, crisp animation. The first season ended with just 13 episodes, but the next season will be arriving on Netflix in November, just a few months away. In anticipation for the upcoming season, we brought you the top 10 things you missed from Shaman King Season 1. Before we get into it, don't forget to subscribe for more weekly things you missed from your favorite anime. We've got Jujutsu Kaisen, Demon Slayer, Black Clover, and many more. Coming in at number 10, Balls to the Wall, or On the Counter. Ponchi and Conchi are two of the funniest characters we've seen in the series so far. They act like clumsy old geezers looking to pass their time through practical jokes. They are, however, terrified of Anna because of her threatening demeanor and the fact that she can physically harm them. While everyone was enjoying their antics, we came across something that we honestly wish we wouldn't have. In episode 13, while we were watching a heartfelt moment between Anna and Yo, we saw Ponchi sleeping with no worry in his life, and no pants in sight. Dude was out here balls deep in plain sight. We thought we made a mistake, so we did some research and learned that Ponchi is a type of raccoon dog that is actually known for its ginormous testicles in Japan. They also stated that he didn't even wear anything before meeting Masamune. Number 9. Patch Tribe. Ever since the shenanigans of Shaman Fight started, we've seen Patch Tribe in the middle of it all. They oversee the candidates and ensure that everything is going according to the wishes of the Great Spirit. We've seen characters like Silva, Goldva, Chrome, and Callum, and their names seem to light something off in our heads. A bit of researching later, and we believe that the Patch Tribe just might be inspired by the periodic table. Goldva, the leader of the tribe, is derived from gold. Silva, the official responsible for Yo, has his name derived from silver, and others like Chrome and Callum also have their names in the periodic table as chromium and callum, aka potassium. Number 8. Oversoul. The 5th episode will likely hold a special place in the hearts of fans from the original series. The episode was perhaps the first time we saw Yo getting a meaningful power spike, but Studio Bridge combined the moment with the perfect background theme, which was actually the first opening of the original series called Oversoul. If you hadn't seen the original, it was easy to miss, but for the OG fans, it was a meaningful callback and hopefully only the beginning of a long list of references to the 2001 version. Number 7. Marijuana references? There's a theory among the Shaman King fans that the writer added references to cannabis throughout the series for a reason. It's believed the shamans in Asia have used cannabis for thousands of years to treat various health conditions, while also allowing them to achieve a trance-like state through which they communicate with the spirit realm. We see it predominantly on the shirt Yo wears while he's home, and his carefree, stoner-like personality really exudes a high-like state. But it's important to note that he's really still a 13-year-old boy, so who knows at this point given anime logic. Number 6. Bob Marley? Bob Marley is credited with pioneering the reggae genre with his own new sound and political message. Marley was one of the first performers to release reggae music that was well received by the general public, and it seems that Yo might actually be a fan himself. While Manta was worried about Yo's presentation for Shaman Fight, Yo was enjoying some music and in his carefree demeanor said that he loves Bob's music. In the series, it is stated that this singer is Soul Bob, but everyone in the Shaman King community believes that the character is actually based on Bob Marley. Number 5. The spirits had their stories. In the 3rd episode, while Anna was explaining what her power actually is, we saw a few figures that we really never see again in the season. We did some research and found out that these spirits come into contact with Yo when he helped them deal with their regrets. The first guy on the left holding a paintbrush was named Kanta. In his past life, he was painting a billboard when his ladder tripped and he accidentally fell under a truck. That was a really unfortunate death, and because of it, his spirit started knocking that billboard down every single time they put it up. When Yo saw this, he realized that Kanta wanted nothing but to complete what he was working on, so he lent him his body. Similarly, the guy with the cool afro and mustache on the right was called Gussie Kenji. He was actually a boxer in his life that mentored a kid before he passed away in a sudden car accident. Gussie's spirit saw the kid turning into a delinquent on the streets and wanted to guide him to the right path, so Yo lent him his body to teach his former apprentice a lesson. These are little details that manga fans would definitely notice, but unfortunately anime-onlys have to do a little research to find. Number 4. Goodbye, Lilirara. At the end of the season, we see Lilirara for the first time, and although she was a popular character, she unfortunately had a shorter stay in comparison to the 2001 iteration. As we saw, when Yo and his friends departed to find the Patch Village, Asakura appeared and took her life from behind. If this wasn't enough for you to develop a hatred for the antagonist, then you'll definitely be filled with rage when you learn that he was actually the one who butchered her ancestors centuries ago. If you're a fan of the 2001 series, then you would have already noticed that this never happened in the original. Instead, Yo and his companions met Lily Rara after their encounter with Choco Love McDonald, whom we only saw in the opening this season. We believe that the 2021 anime is attempting to follow a more accurate story from what Hiroyuki Takai wanted, even diverging slightly from a few manga details to ensure that this time everything is going to go exactly the way he wants them to. Number 3. Ozurizen Revoir. Bringing in her classic hot and cold personality, Anna and Yo create a dynamic that is celebrated by many anime and manga fans. We got a brief glimpse into their first encounter, but unfortunately the anime didn't quite adapt the whole story. In the manga, it was revealed that after their first meeting, a spirit attacked the two, and during the encounter, Yo gradually realized that this spirit was an unconscious manifestation of Anna's spiritual powers and defeated it, but not without a sacrifice. Before Yo had Arimaru, the first spirit Yo established a relationship was, in fact, a cat. He was a powerful spirit and was present during very important events in the history of the Asakura family, but he eventually gave up his own life to defeat the spirit created by Anna. We hope that they might show all of this in the story, but it's highly unlikely at this point, so fingers crossed for an OVA. Number 2. Half Power? We've seen Asakura Heio showing off his tremendous power ever since his first appearance, but we believe that Yo might have some similar abilities. In the first episode, we heard that the spirit ally of Yo saying that he will be back for the other half of his power, which means that he implied that the Asakura clan either has half of their power sealed somewhere, or it was referring to his twin brother Yo. We believe that it's most likely the latter, considering it's a shonen anime, and if it's the case, then as per typical shonen style, it's likely coming down to the two brothers eventually fighting for the title of Shaman King. Number 1. The legendary Meowth. If you heard Manta and wondered where you had heard that voice before, you aren't the only one. Manta was voiced by Inuko Inoyama, a voice actor who hasn't worked on many characters in her career, but is most notably known for her work as Meowth since 1997. She voiced Manta in both the 2021 version of Shaman King and the original series too. There are only 3 or 4 characters she has voiced apart from them, but her distinct work is still clearly iconic as no one could take over the role of Meowth. Clearly, quality over quantity should be followed a lot more in the anime world, but we're optimistic for Season 2 coming in November. Until then, we hope you enjoyed this video. We post weekly things you missed every Thursday, so don't forget to check out our past videos on Jujutsu Kaisen, Demon Slayer, and many more. Make sure to toss us a comment below if you want us to do a specific anime show or movie for the next Things You Missed series. We'll see you all next week. Peace!